to start, right? Adding files and folders at server repository directly from Azure DevOps. So what we have done, guys, in our last classes, okay, in our last classes, we have seen that, okay, in our last classes, we have seen that, how we can add the files, okay, how we can add the files in our local repo, then push it, okay, pushed it to our server repo. And we have also seen, like, how we can, modify the code, how we can modify the code in our local repo and then pushed it to server repo using what? Git commands, using Git commands. Right now, here also using Git commands. We have done this using Git commands, right? Fine. So what I'll do now, if I want to add the code, if I want to add the file, if I want to delete the code, whatever I want to do, okay, I'll do it directly at my DevOps portal only. I'll do directly at my DevOps portal only. So for that, I'll go to dev.azure.com. Okay, I'm going to dev.azure.com and then I'll go to the project, Bank of America project one. This is the project where we are working from the very beginning here. And if I see here now, I'm having multiple repos. We are working on this Indigo project repo. We are working on this Indigo project repo. Now, see, if I want to add any code in this file, if I want to add any code in this file, in last classes, we have seen, we have pulled the complete project. We have pulled the complete project to our local repo. We have done the changes. How we have done the pull? Using Git commands. Then we have done the changes. We have added the code something. And then again, using Git commands, we have pushed the code also. We have pushed the code even. So now, in the same way, if you want to make any changes in this file now, what and how you can do? See, I'll tell you. See, first thing, remember that when we are creating a repo, please listen carefully. When we are creating a repo, okay, and that is either a default repo or a custom repo, that what we have created. See, if you see here, this is what a default repo, right? Bank of America project one. This is the default repo. This repo got created along with the project. And this is what the repo which we have created manually. So that is what I am saying here. When we are creating a repo, either that's a default repo that came along with the project. Okay, default repo means, okay, repo which got created along with the project, and custom repo or manual repo. Okay, whatever the repo is, okay, either that's a default repo or a manual repo. Every repo, okay, every repo will have a branch, and the default branch, okay, for every repo is a master branch. The default branch for every repo is a master branch. So if you see here, this repo, if you take Indigo project, this is the manual repo that we have created. And here we are having one branch called master. Correct? Now, this master branch will get by default. It is something like a default branch you will get master. If you take here this repo, okay, if you add some code in this project, then here you will find for this also one master branch. If you go to this repo, Starbucks repo, if you keep some project here in this Starbucks repo, then you will find one master branch here. So as of now, among all these three repos, I'm having a project in this repo, and this is what the master branch that will get created by default for every repo when you create a project in that repo, when you create a project in that repository. Okay. And what I'm saying here, it's a default branch. Master branch is a default branch. Okay, I agree. And the thing here to keep in mind, these are the points, guys. Okay, just no need to write here. Everything is getting recorded. You will get all these things in the recordings. Okay, the people who are not taking the recordings, okay. So all the very best for them. How do you guys are going to prepare and all? I'm not sure. Okay, I have told many times to take the recordings. So still, if some people, like maybe some 4 or 5 people who have not taken the recordings, it's very difficult for you guys to do the labs I'm telling again and again. Fine. So now what I'm trying to say here, the master branch, okay, the master branch is a production branch or main branch, production branch or main branch. And no project, no client, no client will allow you to make the changes in the code directly in the master branch. No, no one will allow you to make the changes in the code directly in the master branch. See now, this file, if I take here, this file is in the, okay, home controllers.cs file is in the master branch. If I go here, if I start writing the code, something, then that is not recommended at all. It is very dangerous for the project because the complete project is running on the top of the master branch only. All the files, folders, configurations files, connection string files, everything, all this is sitting on top of master branch only. And if this master branch is not, okay, recommended, it is not at all recommended to make the changes in the code directly in the master branch. And if you have done any changes in the master branch, then the complete project will collapse. The complete project will collapse. So the standard practice is what? You have to create a local branch or you have to create a sub branch. You have to create a development branch. Okay, the standard practice in the projects that will follow. The standard practice in the projects that we follow is will create a sub branch, or you can call it as dev branch. Okay, like this, test branch, and then you make the changes in this branch. And once you are confident that what all the changes that you have done, everything is perfectly correct and all, now you are confident enough to merge your changes into the master branch, then you will do the pull request. Then you will do the pull request. Okay. So now suppose for an example, we have got one developer. Let us take someone, Harish. Okay, let us take Harish. Now, Harish have been told by his manager or his client manager, add some code in the project. Okay, first approach is using Git commands. First approach is using Git commands. Now, if by any chance Git commands is not in practice, Git command is not in use kind of stuff, then what you can do, you can directly make the changes here. But the protocol he has to follow. Every DevOps engineer has to follow a protocol. What he has to do, first he has to create a sub branch or a dev branch. What is that? How to create that? This is the master branch. Complete folders, files, everything is in the master branch only here. Okay. So what he has to do, first he has to create a sub branch. So click on this knob, and say here new branch. Say here new branch. Then I'll give the name as here dev. I'm giving the branch name as dev. Development branch. Dev means development branch. Now this branch I'm creating on top of master branch. So in our real-time projects also, okay, in our real-time projects also, 95% of the times, okay, will create the branches using master branch only. We'll create the other branches using master branch only. Keep this in mind. So now I'll say here dev. This is my new branch name. I'm creating this branch, dev branch on top of master branch. Here you are having multiple options. You can create a new branch on top of master branch, on top of tags, on top of commits also. Multiple choices you are having. But I'll say here branch, I'm taking here master branch. Okay. If you want to link any of the work items, like, we have done lot of work items, right? Epic, issue, task, user story, feature. If you want to link it with anyone, you can link it, else you can skip, no problem. Then click on create. See now, a branch got created with a name called development branch. This is what development branch. And see here now, what is happening here? This dev branch which has created now, it is exactly the replica of the master branch. Copy. Like how you will take a Xerox copy of your certificate. If you take a Xerox copy of your certificate, the Xerox copy and your certificates are exactly carbon copy to each other. Yes or no, guys? Tell me. In the same way, here the dev branch is carbon copy of your master branch. And now here you are allowed to do anything, whatever you want. You add the code, you delete the code, you remove the code, you modify the code, you delete the complete files, you add all together a new folder, anything you want, you do. No one is stopping you. And once you are confident, once you are done with all your code changes and everything, once you are saying that all is fine, then you can merge this dev branch with the master branch. You can merge your dev branch with the master branch. Okay. So for that, what I'll do, first I'll click on edit. This is my file. I'm going to make changes in this file. I'll click on edit here. And then I'll just add some code here. I'll say here public class Harish POC something. Harish is a developer and he is adding some code. Okay. Here comes the logic or coding, whatever it is. Okay. Once this 4-5 lines of code you have added, whatever it is based upon your project requirement, then what you have to do, immediately you have to click on commit. If you are not clicking on commit, if you click on this page, on this file, if you click here on this file, then whatever the code you have written, all that will be lost. So definitely you have to click commit. Immediately you have to click commit. So I'll just say here the comments something like, added added a new code, added new code in home controller.cs file, click on commit. Done. Now the code is saved. The code, this one is saved. Okay, where in dev branch? If I go here to the master branch, see, is that code is reflecting here? Harish POC, the method what we have added, Harish POC, is that reflecting that Harish POC here? Is it reflecting? No, it is not reflecting. It is not a reflecting. Why? Because whatever the changes you have done at this branch only, dev branch only. Here only you have done the changes. Now, if you want to merge these changes to your master branch, then you have to do a pull request. The pull request is this one. You have to do a pull request. Simply click here on pull request. See the title, what you want to do. Add a new code in home controller.cs file. This is the title. Whatever you want, you can give it here. And in how many files you have done the changes? You have added the code in only one file. Na? That's why it is showing here files of one. It's showing here files of one. How many times you have done the commit? Only one time you have done the commit. If you click on files here, it will show you the file also. See, it is showing you the file. In this file, the code has been added. What code have been added? See, where all you are finding the plus symbols, na? This code is newly added. This code is newly added. It is clearly showing. If you have done changes in two files, it will show you the two files. Okay. And if you click on these files, then see here, it is mentioning you previously it was completely empty. Then this new code has been added. Wherever you're finding plus na, means that say new lines of code has been added. Here you are doing side-by-side comparison. This is the best view I can believe. If you want, you can do inline comparison also. Okay, inline comparison also. This one, only this much code has been added. Side-by-side comparison, inline comparison, modified content, what it is, multiple options you are having. The best view that easy to understand is previously the file was something like this. This is some additional 4-5 lines of code has been added, and that is reflecting with plus symbol, plus, 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 plus. Okay, and then one commit. We have done one commit, added a new code in home controller.cs file. Well, new commit also we have done. That is what I am seeing here. New commit is also whatever we have mentioned that we are able to see. Then what I'll do, this is the title, description. You can give any description here or you can keep the same description, your choice. Description is optional. Okay, you can give the same or you can give a different one, whatever you want. I'll say something here like, okay, added a new code in home controller.cs file, for hands-on, for practice. I just put as practice. Okay, fine. Next, if you want to add any reviewer, let us take your fresher, whatever the code that you have added here, like 4 lines of code, 10 lines of code, whatever it is, and you are not sure before you are merging your code to the master branch. See, this is your dev branch. Dev branch means the branch which is the source one in which you have added the code. Master branch is the destination branch. So what you are doing, you are merging your dev branch to master branch. Dev branch to master branch. Okay, dev branch to master branch. That is what you are merging. Okay, so what I'm saying here, before I want to go for this master branch, whether it is correct or not, what I'll do, I will add some reviewer who can review my code. Okay, see, these are all my team members. Okay, so whoever is senior or whoever can do a good code review, okay, you can tag that person here. Okay, you can tag some 2 persons here or 1 person, depends upon. And then what they will do, they will review your code, whether it is correct or not, and everything is correct and fine. Okay, then he'll click on create. Then what will happen here? Here is the options. Your reviewer is who? Okay, let us take, if your reviewer is this one, Kiddu. Kiddu is your reviewer. So he will approve your code. He'll get a notification. He'll approve your code if everything is fine. Else, he'll approve your code with some suggestions. Some suggestions he will write here. What is the suggestions he'll write? Good job. Okay. Going forward, give proper comments for the code. Some suggestion he is giving. Some suggestion means he accepted. From next time onwards, some suggestion he has given, just follow the suggestion, comment. It will get saved. And then he'll say, approve with suggestion. Wait for author. Suppose he is busy. He's busy in a meeting kind of stuff. If you're tagging 2-3 persons as your reviewer, if you're adding or tagging 2-3 persons, if anyone is free among the 2-3 persons, then anyone can do the code review and they will approve it. And then finally reject. Reject is what if some blunder mistake you have done. You have done some blunder mistake, okay, and that code cannot match with the master branch, then in that case, simply it will get rejected completely. So I'll just say here approve and then say here complete. Okay, fine, complete. Now what it is happening here, see, these two, okay, branches merged into a single branch and finally got it into master branch. Okay, these 2 branches, okay, came into one branch and that one branch is now leading as one master branch. Okay, also if you notice here, the checkbox is checked. The checkbox is checked here. What the checkbox is saying, delete dev after merging. Means what? Once the code merging done, then the dev branch to delete. I am saying that delete the dev branch. Delete dev after merging. Is that clear? Fine. Delete dev after merging, then click on complete merge. Complete merge. So what is happening here now? Merging pull request is happening. The merging is completed. Now, Harish POC method, you are able to see into the master branch now. This is the master branch. Where is dev branch? Dev branch gone. Finish. Deleted. Dev branch gone. Deleted. Why? Because we have checked the checkbox there. Not we. By default, the checkbox will be enabled, saying that once the code merging is done, automatically delete that branch. Don't keep that branch. Why? Because it will be confusion unnecessarily. Okay, because in one project, multiple people, multiple DevOps engineers can work. Na? That's the beauty of DevOps projects. That's the beauty of Git version controls. So if we are keeping the branches, you can keep the branch. It doesn't matter. It won't throw you any error. But the standard practice is once the merging is done, delete the branch immediately. Delete the branch immediately. Don't keep the branch. Unnecessarily, it will make confusions and all. Fine. So what I'll do now, I will come here, home controllers.cs file, and see Harish POC method is visible into the master branch. Previously, this was not visible in the master branch. Now it is visible in the master branch. How it is visible? Because we have done the pull request here. We have done the pull request and we have created the branches. Okay. Now, if you want to create multiple branches, you can create, guys. See, new branch. Just click on this knob. Say here new branch and say here test1. Click on create. Now, if you want to create one more branch, say here new branch. Take it as test2. You want to create this test2 branch based upon master branch or based upon test1 branch. Whichever you want, you can choose. It's purely your choice. Mostly always will consider master branch only. Click on create. See now, test1, test2, two branches created. If you want one more, create it. Let us take it as test3. There is no limit. You can create as many branches as you want. There is no limit at all. Getting, guys, is that clear? Test1, test2, test3, multiple branches with master branch here. That is what I'm saying. Now, see, these are all called what? These are all called root folders of Azure DevOps projects. They are called root folders of Azure DevOps projects here. These are all called root folders of Azure DevOps projects. Root folders and files of Azure DevOps projects. That is what I'm mentioning. Okay, this is what click here to add a new root folder. If you want to add a complete folder itself only into your DevOps project, you can do it so. I'll take the test1 branch. I'll click here and I'll say here new folder. See, I'm adding the folder itself only. I'll take the folder name as practice. Okay. And file name. I'll give the file name as a practice file.cs. Add. See, a complete new folder practice got created and file also came inside this folder. If you want, you can add. Before you are going anywhere, immediately do the commit first. Always do the commit first. If you are not doing the commit, whatever you have done, that will be lost, I'm telling you. Commit is something like saving. Added folder and file. Added folder and file. Okay. Click on commit. Done. Now you go here, there, wherever you want, you click. Nothing will happen. This will be safe. This will be safe because you have done the commit. Okay, I'll come here. I'll take some piece of code. I'll come to practice file. See, it is not allowing me to paste. See, here I have copied this code. I have copied this code. I'm coming here. It is not allowing me to paste this code. Why? Because first I have to click on edit. I have to click on edit, then only it will allow me to add the code. Without edit, if you are trying to insert the code, it will not accept. Now again say commit. Okay, updated practice file.cs. Okay, say commit. It is done now. If you want, see where you have added this folder and file here in test1 branch, this practice folder and practice file you have added where in the test1 branch. If you come to master, are you able to see that practice folder here somewhere? See, no. Why? Because you have added this folder and file at a test1 branch. Now, if you want this practice folder and practice file, including the code, into the master branch, then definitely you have to do a pull request. You have to do a pull request. I'll just say here added a new folder and file. Okay. Description, you can write anything. I don't want to waste the time. I'm just giving the same description here. If you want, you can add a reviewer. I have shown in the last one, I have shown. Reviewer will get added. Click on create. Now the reviewer will get a notification. The reviewer will approve or approve with suggestion. Wait. It will ask you to wait. If he's busy in a meeting, kind of, he can reject also if you have done some blunder mistake. I'll say approve, complete the merge. Done. If you go to files here now, and if you see here practice in master branch, you are able to see the practice folder and practice file along with the code. This is what branching system, guys. This is what branching system. The same thing I'm showing here. Okay. All this branches in Azure DevOps projects. When we get a new repository, add some code. Okay. Add some code into that repository. Then first we get a new commit. Then there are few details which are related to this particular commit. Okay, like ID, user info, who has made the changes, name of that user, the date and time of that particular commit, details of the changes, etc. See here. Now, example, this is the file. Now, this is the file. Okay. Now, if I want to see how many people have done how many changes in the file and all, so click on this file first and click on history. See, first this file got created on Monday, 1st of January. 1st January 2024 at 6:24 p.m. this file got created. Amazing. By whom? By some person called Vase. Okay. The file first got created at 1st of January 2024. Then next what has happened? The file got modified. Added the code to the home controller.cs file. With this comment, the file got modified. And when Monday 6:50 p.m. 6:57 p.m. That is 1st January 2024. Monday at 6:57 p.m. the file got modified and this is what it is showing. Amazing. Again, one more time the file got modified. Okay, this time it got modified by Kiddu. It got modified by Kiddu. This is different user. This is different user, different date and time, different date and time. It got modified on 1st of January and this again the same file got modified again on 3rd of January. Again, it got modified on 3rd of January. So, like this way, you can check the history of each and every file. If you want to do a comparison, that also you can do. See, this is the code addition has been done. This is the code addition has been done. Blame who has done this. Okay, first time this person, second time this user, third time this user, and then fourth time this user. All the details, all the history, you are getting it very easily. If you want to know for the entire project, in your entire project, how many times the files, what are the different files got modified and all, simply click on this project repo and see these are all these many times. Okay, these many files got modified and created. First, the project got created, code got added on Monday, 1st January, again on 1st January, okay, again on 3rd January on other file. Okay, see which is the file. If you want to see, directly click on it. It will directly show you the file name and the code inside the file. See, things are absolutely clear and easy to understand. No complicated. This is what we are doing the merge. We are doing the merge pull request. Now that is what it is showing here. See, pull request. All these are pull requests only. Okay, fine. This is how like it is. Now, what I'll do, these are all the key points, guys. Okay, branches in Azure DevOps. Git is tracking the changes with the help of a particular pointer. Basically, it will create a snapshot of all this. This is all the internal information, how Git is working. See, this is the branch. Assume that this is the master branch. From this, we have created one test branch. See, this is the master branch. Okay, and these are the commits we have done. First commit, second commit, third commit, like multiple commits we have done. After some 4-5 commits, we have created one more branch called test branch. Correct now? Now, from this test branch, we have done some multiple commits here also. When we'll do the commit, whenever we do the code addition, code deletion, code modification, then only we'll do the commit. Yes or no, guys? In the same way, this is another branch. This is a master branch. So we have done some commit. Now what I'm doing, this is the commits. This black arrows is something like the commits we are doing. So in this test branch or POC branch, whatever the branch name you can give, some multiple commits we have done here, and then we are merging this branch with the master branch. We are merging this test branch with the master branch. See, that's what I'm saying here, what merging. We are saying here what merging. Why do we need branches? The main purpose of branch is to avoid the breaking changes. Breaking changes means, suppose by any chance, directly if you started doing the changes in the master branch, and if it is not up to the mark, it is not up to the mark, and it will make the complete code break. Okay, and your web application will simply throw an error that the site is not reachable or page not found, error 104 kind of stuff. That's why, to avoid that kind of situations, okay, we'll go with the branches. Branches is the safest mechanism that we'll use in our DevOps projects. And once you are confident, once you are done, then only you can do the pull request. To create a new branch, it totally depends on our work style and new requirements to implement the logic. Normally, when you are implementing one feature, home loans. So for that feature now, you have to write some code. So what will you do? You will take the replica of the complete project, which is there in this one single master branch. You will take the copy of this master branch. You will write the code for the home loans feature. And once you are confident, you are done, you are clear, then you will do the pull request. Fine. Is that clear? See now what he is asking, Pratik. Pull request one more time. See, this is the branches, na? This is the branches, right? This is my another branch, test2 branch, test2 branch. I want to add some code here. See, now the interviews they will ask you. Whenever I'll take an interview in my company, I'll also take many interviews. I'll definitely ask these questions compulsory on branches, pull request, repos. Okay, why repos, what we can do with repos, how you are creating the branches. Okay, all these things is expected interview questions, guys. I'm telling you. Okay, fine. So see here now, what I am saying here, point is that whenever we want to do code addition, code deletion, code modification, code enhancements, then we can do this with the branches. Then we can do this with the branches, like by creating the new branches. And once the branch is created, okay, make the changes, in the branches, in the branch. Okay, then create a pull request to reflect that change in your master branch, Okay, see example, this is another branch. Again, I'm showing guys. See here, this is one file I'm having. First, I'll click on edit. I'll say here public class Naresh IT. Okay, some code I'm writing here. Okay, here comes the logic. Then say commit. Always do the commit. Any comments you want, you can pass it. Then click on commit. This is done. Now, this method you have added where? Here in this file, in this branch, in this file, in this branch. If you go to the master branch, are you able to see the same method Naresh IT? No. In order to reflect that changes here in the master branch, you do the pull request. So click on pull request here. Give the title, whatever you want. Give the description you want. Reviewer, if you want to add any reviewer, you can add the reviewer here. And then click on create. Sometimes the reviewer, definitely if everything is good, he'll simply approve it. If everything is good, correct, he'll simply approve it. He won't do anything. If something suggestions he want to give, he'll give. If he's busy, he cannot do the review, he'll ask you to wait. Else he'll reject if you have done some blunder mistake. Click on approve. Say complete. If you want to still keep this file, keep this branch, then uncheck this box. If you want to delete this test2 branch, then check this box and then say here complete merge. Okay, fine. Done now. See, what will you see now? Here, the file. Okay, in this file, you will see the code where in the master branch. This is what the pull request is. Practice. Okay, seeing, I'll just tell you, seeing or listening 10 times is better than doing one time. I think I'm saying opposite. Okay, doing one time, okay, is 10 times better than listening and watching. Correct na? Now it is correct, right? Doing one time is 10 times better than listening and watching. Yeah. So first time you do by watching the videos. Second time you do by watching the videos, video recordings. Third time you can do it by yourself. This is my guarantee. Don't be in an impression that, just if I attend the classes, I can do all the labs. No, 100% you cannot do the labs just by seeing in the classes. Okay, is that clear? But that's why we are having a famous proverb. Practice makes man perfect. Why it is? Athletes, sport athletes, whatever you take, footballers you take, cricketers you take, uh, uh, tennis players you take. Rugby players you take, they'll do a lot of practice, guys. Day and night, they'll do the practice. Then only they are able to perform well in the final matches in the tournaments. Boxers, wrestlers, all these people. Fine. Is that clear? This is what how it is. Some key points. Very nice key points. Why do we need branches? I'm giving all these key points. Read these key points. Material is always there with you. Read all these key points. These key points helps you a lot for your interviews point of view, I'm telling. These key points helps a lot for your interviews point of view. Different ways to create the branches. We can create the branch. We can create the new branch either from server repository or local repository. That's very true. Now we have created a new branch from server repository only. Even from local repo. Local repo means who? Local repo means these repositories. Okay, even in this, inside this Moise, Kumar and Prakash, these are what our local repositories. Here also we can create the branches using git commands. Okay, the default branch master will be created when we create a new repository in server. But see, I have told this point. When we create a new repository in server, then the default branch master will be created. Okay, in git bash, type git branch and it shows total how many branches we are having for our Git Azure DevOps project. Okay, and star represents that we are currently in that branch. You will understand this point very clearly after I show you how we can create the branches in our local repository. I'll just show you that. Then after that, after you see the lab, this point will be very much clear. To see how many branches we have in our Azure DevOps project, click on the branch. All here, it will show you how many branches that we have. If you go here, if you click on branches, then here it will show you how many branches we are having. As of now, we are having 2 branches. One is master branch and one is test branch. One is master and one is test. And what is this see here? The test branch is 5 commits behind the master branch. This test 3 branch is 5 commits behind. See, this is behind the master branch. Means what? 5 times we have done the changes in the master branch. 5 times we have done the changes in the master branch. Okay. What is this, Gunashekar? Can we push same method? Same method from test 1 and test 2 to master branch. Test 1 and test 2, same method. You can do it, so you can do it, no problem. But you won't, but you won't see any changes. Whatever the method that you have pushed from test 1 to master, okay, that is done. If you're doing the same again, then you won't see any changes in master again. Already that method you have pushed with test 1 branch. Do these experiments, guys. Do these experiments. It will be clear to you. Okay. Fine. What is this, Sultan Ali? What is the story you kept? You kept a big story. Just hold on for a minute. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear, guys? Now see how we can create the branches. I have shown already, right? This I'm showing. Creation of new branch using server repo. Simple, very simple. Branch name we have created now. Test 1, test 2, test 3 branches, dev branches we have created. Pass the branch name and you want to create this branch based on top of what branch? Master, tag commit, whatever it is, click on it and then say okay. A new branch will get created. See here also I'm having master and POC 2 branches like how I'm showing here. Master and test 3 and here behind 5 behind means the test branch is the master branch is modified 5 times as compared to the test branch ahead. Okay. The git command to switch the branch is git checkout branch name. Okay, I'll just show. If you want to switch over from one branch to another branch in git commands, this is the command I'm trying to say here. Deleting the branch from our local repo doesn't mean that we are deleting the branch from our server repo. After deleting our local branch, what all the changes we have made that will be lost. We can also delete the branch from Visual Studio ID if you want it. Okay. Steps for pushing the Steps for pushing changes from local repo to server repo using Git. Okay, fine. So this I'll stop the class. I'll show this in tomorrow's class. From here, I'll show in tomorrow's class. Okay, fine. From here, I'll show in tomorrow's class.